I was talking earlier about 3 hours ago, maybe around 9 o'clock. I said, "Oh, freaking time!" Around 9 this morning, 9:30. I was leaving a hotel, and what I was saying was, there are smaller hotels out here that are in the community where agents run it. It may not be theirs, maybe under a bigger brand, because people want to rule the world. What I said was, in some of these hotels, there's sex trafficking. For those who don't know, you can go in one way and come out a whole nother. If you come out, you may end up going somewhere else you hadn't planned. Also, and I was saying how doesn't anybody know? Somebody has to know who's in what room. Somebody probably even had to make an arrangement with the owners or somebody in order to get this done, because if something heinous happens to somebody, it's on camera. It's on record who was there. So if somebody's telling you to go to the hotel and your name isn't on anything, you need to be very careful, because people can delete records, computer videos. They don't work that day, all kinds of stuff, and they will never know what happened to you. In some cases, it don't matter because people know what's happening to you, and even if law enforcement checked it, there's no guarantee anything's going to happen. Because again, I don't know how justice is bought, but again, if someone was to do this to these people, and I have a good feeling nobody's listening to me, I'm not trying to be funny. History has always corrected itself. Anytime there was a group or a situation that was always being exploited, or um, a situation that didn't have somebody's best interest at hand, history flips it at some point. It has to stop. There has to be a reckoning, a balance. This is universal. I don't care how long it happened. It has to flip. So if you saw whites only in the advantage, somewhere along the way, you have to see blacks only or something only. It has to balance out. This is world law. This is universal law, period. It ain't nobody doing it. This is the law of the universe. There has to be balance, slowly but surely, sometimes swiftly. So again, you saw whites only back in the day, and it was to say this group is superior. Now all of a sudden you're saying Black Lives Matter signs. Next step, congratulations. You're going into these hotels and people feel it's okay because they worship the devil, which God made. The devil was made by God. It's clearly in the Bible. Anybody looking for it, okay, how long your family did it, worship the devil, got benefits, ooh, where they at now? You got money, but look at all the tragedy in the family. There's tragedy somewhere. There's a bad ball of reputation that people chew up, hide, and all these little famous kids be telling these stories of how they got raped and molested as kids. That is not good. But they're billionaires and they're heirs and they're this and they're that. And look at the tragedy that comes along with it, that they have to hide all the time. And again, you thought that was cool. They had to suffer through that. No, they still got billions and millions, and you cool, everybody cool, but look at the damage. So my point is, I was just thinking of all the people that have gone into hotels and in different apartment buildings, and you wonder why your case was never solved or weird things were happening everywhere you go, because these people know somebody that think it funny because they live a certain way with the devil to bother you. Now again, you can believe what you want. When you start to hurt and harm others, this is where you're crazy and you need to be stopped. I don't care what nobody says. You can believe what you want, but if it tells you that you harm others, everybody knows that's crazy. But you can buy justice. That's a tragedy. You cannot buy God to be silent. So in the midst of all of the people that God hired to protect the angels and all of the humans, they've bought into, oh, well, we need somewhere to do our thing too. Once again, no one was innately brought here to the universe to be evil and ugly and to believe in Satan. that could heinously kill somebody's child, heinously kill somebody's wife, heinously kill and eat and use the body parts of another person. Everybody knows, including the universe, that is a sick individual. You don't dismantle what God has put together. Okay, if it's a relationship, a person, a business, that's not your job universally. So these people out here playing these hangman games, I guess, it's all going to come back to them. This is universal law. God made it that way. Somewhere along the way, all of this has to come down. It has to fall apart. It has to disappear, dissipate, whatever you want to call it. Universal, just like they tore up other people's stuff and took it over, their stuff got to get towed up and taken over. It's time to go to somebody else. Time for somebody else to get back in the reins or somebody come in and take reins. Period. Doesn't matter what it is. School, a business, this whole universe. There has to be justice. So people living like they can do what they want, they got the money, God is snatching that back. And like I said, there may not be no freaking internet. There may not be no paper money. It might go back to bartering, wholesomely to reset. And the people that like to do that heinous stuff, playing them cops and robber games, some Indians and cowboy games, I'm just speaking from what God has given me. Don't come over here. They got to give it up. Per God. Time out. It's tired. Everybody's tired. Everybody's tired. Don't nobody want it. I'm promising you, it's going to be probably a big demonstration where people are just going to be like, have it. It's that serious. Just have it. And when everybody step back and let these little greedy crayon snatchers do everything they think they want to do, they're going to be sitting there by themselves with all the books, all the crayons, all the cookies, all the stuff. And they're going to be lonely. Because guess what? It ain't going to be no more of that. Ain't nobody going to be baking them cookies. Ain't nobody going to be making them crayons no more. Ain't nobody going to be serving it. Ain't nobody going to be finding it. Ain't nobody going to be doing nothing. So that's going to run out. And they probably going to run out too. Because the same people everybody's jumping on and treating poorly, thinking they funny, ain't going to be nobody for you to play with. This could be a school. This could be a family. Y'all need to open your minds. This could be a whole nation, a whole world. People everybody want to beat up on that are righteous, God gonna put them in a sweet spot. Milk and honey. And all them little war kids that like to steal everything and say, mine, 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 I say it's mine. You can have it. But you ain't gonna be able to bully on them kids no more. Have it. And guess what? When all them kids stop jumping them basketballs and tossing them footballs and stop tap dancing on them stages because you unlock it all their ass up. And their daddies and their kids and their mamas and their baby mamas and their husband and their wife. When you get through antagonizing everybody, having a good goddamn time at this little baseball game, whatever you doing. And everybody you said you didn't like that was eating cookies and cakes, you wanted to take all the crayons while they weren't looking, and you wanted to do this and that, and they better do it, and you're going to shut the schools up and tell the teachers to go home early. You just a kid. How are you doing all this? God is the Father. What you doing? Well, all the other kids and their mammies are going somewhere else. They don't have to go to their school. And then they're going to tell the other parents. And then the teacher's going to be like, well, hell, I don't want to be there either. And then all the bus drivers are going to be like, well, shoot. I saved up a bunch of money. I think all of us should just take a goddamn trip. We tired. Then somebody's going to say, well, hey, I saved up all this. We need to just go. I'll pay for everybody's passport. We finna go, because my kid got kicked out too. These people that got money too. What happened? Why everybody jumping off at the school? Well, shoot, maybe we'll go find another school. Dang, we ain't doing nothing but working hard, making everybody else rich, and all they can do is dig in our booties. Fine. Great demonstration. Ain't gonna be no more talking in the story. Everybody gonna get out of Dodge. Since everybody wanna have Dodge, Have that shit. And we're going to go and live happily eating our own goddamn cookies somewhere else. And make our own crayons. And sell it to each other. And be suited fine. So all these greedy folks that love to do what they want, well, tell yours what to do. Tell yours what to do. All the people kiss your butt and think you're great. And they don't just starve. Right now, who's somebody what? They told people stop making spaghettis or something. Or they said they wanted all the spaghettis. And they just bogart in the kitchen. Put it on my plate first. In fact, you don't even get no. Who the hell told you to use the ruler of the spaghetti? Now we all finna starve because you greedy. Really? Okay. How about you cook your own spaghetti? No cooking, no seasoning. See, I quit. Oh, you leaving Flo? Oh, I'm going to. You too, Millie? Yes. How about that? Now go get your unseasoned favorite. Since you like it so much. I mean, people going crazy. I'm trying to tell you it's going to be in this story. And you can't block it. And you can put whatever you want around the universe. Okay? For spaghettis, crayons, and cookies. Whatever you want. Have it. Have it. If you want everything to yourself, little greedy cookie monster. Garbage pail kids. I mean, this is very childish. Do y'all not see the childishness in here? That this whole school got folks running around telling the principal what to do, telling the cook what to do. Who are these people? They ain't teachers or nothing. They don't even belong over here. Just have it. Have it. Teach our kids without a school. Be good. This ain't no racial thing. We ain't talking about politics. We're talking about humanity gone wild. So you at the hotel, because I don't see the video. I'm trying to update the title. And I saw it said 14 minutes and 5 seconds maybe. And it's like, oh no, we took that video. So if I don't see it after this, either they chopped it down or it's gone. Because I'm looking at it and I see now that's how they move stuff around. Either chop it down to how they want it or it just disappears. Because I'm looking for it to update it. I don't see it. This is about the third time. Or to go into coming up next. Like I'm going to do the video when I've done the video. Hello, everybody. The point is, if you want all the crayons, have a little fat, greedy bastard. Have it. Is that serious to you? Have it. Because I got a feeling everybody going to get the notion. Yeah, let them have it. They so bad. And I promise you, these people ain't even going to make it. They're going to be begging people to come and make them crayons and stuff. And make that spaghetti. Because they being greedy. Me, mine. We tired, greedy. We want to eat too. We want some spaghetti. We want to paint and draw crayons peacefully. Use crayons peacefully. Without people taking it, talking about, it's ours too, but you can use it. They do that to me right here. I put something down, come back, look for it, it's gone. But conveniently, now somebody got what I had. They told me I could borrow it. Now I wanted to use some more creative words. I got a little discipline. Little self-control. So the story that I told earlier, somewhere in here, I'm trying to find it and update. I'm telling you, it'd be hard to find stuff that updated when you get the titles in your head. When you listen to the video again, because you can't find the video. But I had a video that was talking about, I'm going to start doing piggybacking. There you go. I'm going to start one video, then I'm doing the next video piggybacking on that. Or I'm going to put them in together and blend them. That way, when I leave off of one, if I don't see that same little follow-up behind the second one, I'm going to know somebody sitting up here playing these games. There you go. And that, well, I was not going to do anything, but I'm going to know what God going to do to whoever, because you say there's freedom of speech. And you're satanic, so why are you blocking somebody that wants to be godly? It shouldn't bother you that somebody wants to tell the truth, to have a truthful opinion. I ain't trying to fight with nobody. I'm just saying, what's the reason of just blocking everything certain people do? Oh, it exposes somebody. Oh, no, we ain't trying to do that. But I guess it could sound that way. I'm sorry. I know this ain't my app. I know this ain't my group. And we ain't trying to hurt nobody. Mm-mm. So, I like doing that. I like using that Southern Yonkers sound sometimes with the Southern accent. I don't care. Listen, I had in another video how I wanted to, hello Hannah, hello Lucas. I wanted to welcome to this life. I wanted to say how the power of God is real to my advantage when I was younger. I always wanted to wear skirts around 15 to 18 when I was masterminding and manifesting this truck in my 30s. I wanted a Lexus truck. I saw Asian people come over here, take over the jewel that was at the end of the block at Chicago Avenue and Lotus here in Chicago, right before Oak Park. Lotus and Chicago Avenue. Lotus, L-O-T-U-S. There was a jewel there, and it was a Buddy Bear grocery store down there. All of those stores left. They were considered corporate stores like Family Dollar. Could be a different name, same company. I don't know, but I know they have a Buddy Bear car wash and whatever else. Could be the same family of your Italians, I think. But anyway, because they were car washers. Hello, Colin. Hannah, you have to guess, Hannah, because I'm sitting here looking wild and crazy. You tell me. Okay, so I'm turning the camera back on. So in the video, I was talking about how I just wanted 3,200. I'm 51. I was trying to. So I grew up in a church that only wore skirts, the women, and they taught us to do that because we were to make a difference between us and the Jezebel kids, the devil's kids, period. Now, I always wore skirts, but somehow somebody started, because they, again, thought I'm their slave. They thought I was their slave. And they literally took control of my life and said, oh, she likes skirts? Well, we're going to, oh, thank you, honey. Because they've been whooping my butt. They've been whooping me. And it hurts. So, that's God. Because I promise you, they really wanted some wrinkles and, skin drooping. It happened here because I keep losing weight, gaining weight with whatever they're doing. The science project. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Now, I'm not 32, I'm 50. And so, I did damage my teeth too, so I don't mind showing y'all. Some people get shocked, like, oh, it's like I didn't do it. Somebody pulled them. Thank you. Literally, I went to the dentist and they were just pulling teeth. There was nothing wrong with those teeth. They were told to pull extra teeth, so I would be uncomfortable showing. Thought it was funny. It was a whole group of people that just figured she's our slave. I can't lie. They really did, and I don't know where my children are. So you guys pray for us. But when I was younger, I felt like I wanted to wear those skirts and dresses up, but I couldn't stop wearing little pants that I had. Now, I prefer skirts now, but again, they forced me, took my other clothes, and all I have are a lot of pants because people don't make skirts like they used to. So if I were to get money, I would make everyday clothes that would be very affordable, but it would be basic stuff. Like women would have basic, nice skirts without a big split, without them being too tight or too accentuating, because it's just not modest clothes, And so I wanted to wear modest clothes. I didn't want to wear pants as a kid. I just thought all the ladies in there, they looked really nice in their clothes, and I thought, oh, that's cool. Okay, I want to do that. I couldn't do it to save my life. I had dresses that I went and picked out. I had skirts, and for the life of me, I just really couldn't stop wearing my pants. It was just me. It wasn't nothing big. But the Bible did say, oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Oh, try me out and see that the Lord can be, if you, anyway, whatever it is. I wanted to have the willpower to just wear skirts. I promise you around 18, I think it was, I started wearing all skirts. I loved it. And I knew it wasn't me. And that made me feel like in my own exploration of of faith, There was something that I couldn't control. Like people that use profanity. That's something from a place of pain, a place of trauma, or maybe a little demonic possession. It depends. Because it doesn't make sense for no apparent reason. You're just using profanity. It just doesn't to me. Like, it doesn't make any reason why you just want to wear pants all the time and you're a woman. I know it's common now, but you should have some desire to say, I want to wear a dress today. And you be able to put it on. There are people that have dresses and it hurts their feelings, I promise you, probably, to put them on. But if you had the willpower, which is called the Holy Spirit or the Holy Ghost, to take control of what you wear. Like, you don't have to wear pants. If you want to wear a skirt, you could. If you don't want to use profanity, you could. But only through this power, right? And I was talking about it, but I didn't explain it like this. I thought I'd throw that in. Because maybe somebody's thinking, why is she talking about she didn't want to wear pants all the time? There's things we want to do in life, and there's this great force that says, you can't achieve that. That's not possible. You can't stop smoking. You can't stop drinking. You cannot stop fornicating. You can't stop desiring kids. You can't be forgiven for this. You can't be forgiven for that. Oh, if you rack up karma, oh, you're going to have to pay. But the thing is, Jesus died for all of those things plus some, so that you didn't have to have those desires or beliefs. That you could be free of things that society said you had to do if you did them. There is no difference. You don't have the strength. Jesus died to say, yeah, you do. You have the power to pay off your debts of sin. That's why I said Jesus. You have the power, if you want to be different from everyone else, to dress differently and it be a part of you, a lifestyle, not just something you did through me, right? If you are a drug addict or a sex addict, any addictions, anything that's so strong, you can't break it, but that's why I died. If you're a liar, and I know why you lie, I know the human side of it, but the law doesn't. The law don't have felons. It just brings justice, truth. But I bring grace. Don't beat yourself up. Correct yourself. That way people can't, through the law, say you're lawless, right? When you're under God, you're under sovereignty. And again, like these people that are doing all this stuff, just being bullies, being greedy, taking over stuff, forcing people to do things, that's sinful. It's against the law of the land. It's against the law of God. And all they're doing is preparing themselves for some bad events. It's cute they're winning in the wrong way. And people have clearly told them, I'm sure, don't do that. But the greedy kids are sitting there going, well, we got the manpower, we gonna do it. We want it, we got it. And it's like, yeah, but the payment that you're going to get for that, you're probably not prepared to do it. But see, they probably can't help greed because it's deadly. Is that not a deadly sin, greed and pride? And yes, people mean well, but the spirit is not in them. So they're weak and wicked. They may mean well, but the direction will always, until they adapt the obedience, they're out of the way of sovereignty and justice for them. So they're really creating their own windstorm of bad situations. Being greedy, being heinous, being aggressive. The wrong way. The wrong way. There's nothing wrong with justice. There's nothing wrong with people wanting to correct other people. But who's correcting you? Why are you so greedy? Why do you think what you're doing is so righteous? And it's not. So the point is, it's not even about right or wrong sometimes. The universe is set up to correct all the sins. Greed, like it tells you not to do that. Don't take from others. Don't feel like because there's so much or because you've made some greedy, dirty deal somewhere, force people to now fulfill it, whether they want to or not. The scriptures tell you that. And when people go in those directions, it said a deadly sin. Why is it deadly? Because it hurts and harms others, including the person that's doing it. So again, this can come back on people's families. This can come back on a nation. The universe is going to bring it back. But all I see Again, is people literally saying, hey, greedy, you got it, pig. But when they pull back off of the apps, away from the jobs, away from these sports, away from all these things, and I don't mean people watching. I'm talking about the people that literally brings the money, the people that's actually doing the stuff. The universe is going to allow a performance where all of the people that are so greedy, all the people that are so boastful, so feverish to have their way like little children, is only going to leave them fat, uncomfortable, and lonely, and broke, and sad, and unentertained, and unfed. And all they got is some cookies and crayons. No friends. Sounds like a plan. But they don't see that because they're being greedy. I'm looking at this. It's just greed at its best. There's no reason why everybody's crayons got to be taken because they said, I want to keep the green one. I want the white one. How about we take all of them and just snatch them up? Okay, greedy. You'll see how you make some more for yourself. Okay? You say you eating them cookies. I hope you enjoy them because there ain't going to be no more. Right? Because the universe is going to make sure people understood how it felt for them to pull out all the crayons, put them in their backyard, and tell everybody else, nope, not for you. No, not you. You can't. But it's okay. Because there's other things we can use to paint. But we ain't going to be here to make it or do it. We ain't going to be here to put it on market for you to steal and say it's yours. We're not going to, see, you're going to be over here by yourself trying to figure out how to survive. Because you're surviving off of everybody else snatching their stuff. And then telling them, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Okay. I have it. Because people can stop and start over somewhere else. And it can be theirs and theirs and theirs. Like it should have been. And those people going to be scratching their butt going, dang, we like them crayons. Now we ain't got no spaghetti. Well, we do, but it's not as fun because we ain't got no sports to watch. We ain't got no entertainment. We ain't got no TV shows. All we got is crayons and cookies. That's a spaghetti. And that's almost gone. And ain't nobody to cook it. Ain't nobody to make it. Ain't nobody to... Right. Congratulations. You won. Wow. It's one thing when you're standing in righteousness for God by yourself. You don't feel alone, really. Not really. You can find peace. But if you're just being greedy with them deadly sins, I'm telling you, if people were to decide to make crayons somewhere else, or just don't even worry about crayons right now, there's paints, there's pencils, there's other stuff, there's AI, whatever. If the internet is still around, they could start up anywhere and do what they do. They can walk away. Fine, have it. Those people would wither. They can't eat them crayons. Probably gonna have to. Just chalk it up. Eat it for chalk. I don't know. But if everybody decides to unplug, since you've been so greedy and disrespectful, you ain't gonna have nothing. You ain't gonna have no entertainment. You ain't gonna be making no money. You ain't gonna have no sports. You ain't gonna have no tea, no cookie, no yard work, nothing. And again, we're not talking about current events. We're just saying in general how people don't think. They just really feel like they're going to keep bullying the other kids, the other schools. You know how you have different teammates? Like me, I went to Lane Tech here in Chicago. Pretty good school. It was an all-boys school. So was Sherms, was it? No, there's a school down the street. I can't think of it. was a little, again, I guess what's this? Papadopoulos. Greek people. It was a Greek school. All Greek boys. So all of these schools would get together and do teams of things together. Von Steuben. Sounds Swedish. Anyway, all of these schools were to get together, all boys schools, and just do things. Boys do. I'm sure there were some heinous teachers that like boys. Anyway, all boys school. Anyway, they started integrating girls into these schools like Lane Tech. I was one of those, not the first ones naturally, but I was there when it was mixed gendered. So, and I mean mixed gender child. So we boys and girls, and this being an all boys school, when you walk around, man, this school was big. They had all kinds of stuff in the school. Malcolm X is another one. No, Wilbur Wright. When I went to Wilbur Wright, they had a bunch of rooms and things. And when you're first going to a new school, God, the rooms. My point is, if one school in the district is being a bully and taking all the resources from the other schools, and they get sick of it, and they got to keep fighting. They got to keep setting up things to protect themselves. Just have it. How about all of us just go to a whole nother space and let you sit here by yourself? How about that? That's what I think should happen. Everybody should shut down and migrate into other places and let their school fight by themselves. They want everything, let them have it. See how that works. But they don't have teams to compete and have camaraderie with. When they're the only person in the district. When they're the only school that wins all the MAP grants and whatever else they do. Whatever grants they got. Free lunch. Get all the lunch. You happy, greedy? Go and get it. Have it. We're leaving. We're going to a new township. We're going to a new space. Have it. You want it? You that greedy? And see how they be calling y'all back. We mean to be so rude. I mean, it's just, no, you good. Let them sit in it. This is foolishness. You get tired of people being abusive and greedy all the time. I don't care if it's a relationship. You sitting here doing everything possible just to be kind and nice, get along. And they study me, mine, being abusive. I've been there. And no, I wasn't the nicest person because you weren't nice. Doing things and saying things are two different things. Some people say sweet things because they're crazy. But they're doing heinous things behind your back. Hey, sweetheart. But then they're over there telling everybody you're a thief. You're a liar. You're a thief. You need the FBI on you. You're a witch. The broad you dipping with. Say you're the lady a witch. Got the FBI, CIA investigating and hunting you down like a witch. And then you got the KKK on the case. And it ain't even nothing real. You telling people threatening you because they playing on the phone. Up here, texting people from your phone when you sleep. I sat there and saw your password and literally sat up there and kept hacking your phone without your permission, sending high-ranking nut jobs with no brains, apparently, to come after you. And these dummies jumped on it. Oh, she's doing what? Oh, like kids? Didn't even investigate, didn't even check, didn't ask you nothing as usual. All my life, people have done things to me. They never asked me what happened before they acted. Who the hell does that? I've never had anybody with any brain cells or stamina or any type of real justice bones that knew my name kept coming up somewhere say, well, we need to talk to her. All these losers kept this loop going on their side. Never once came and asked me, well, what's going on? Like adults do. Not once. Everybody just piled up on little me. Over the years, this has become almost a whole nation touched by my little name. People know me that I'll never know knows me. Point is, have it. So I disconnected. So they said, okay, well, we'll disconnect you from working. We'll disconnect you from your kids. Who the hell is this nuts? So again, the earth is set up to balance things out. Who's getting a straitjacket? Is it several people? Some of y'all just gonna kill yourself. When I started hanging with you, you was drinking, probably touching kids, probably having sex with anything that moved because somebody put a demon on you. An old devil put a demon on you. And you didn't want me to take it off. So since you didn't correct yourself, now other people are getting involved. And you're probably scared and thinking, well, I've been drinking and driving. I got that demon on me. So I might as well keep drinking and driving. I got her out the way trying to save my life. I know I deserve to die. So I'd rather just drink and drive. Two of my favorite things. Huh? Stupid? That's the way you want to go? I'm up here riding with you. God put me there to protect you. Because whatever happened to you, it could have been corrected. But no, you wanted to keep doing the stupid stuff. Because them demons on you, you couldn't control them, right? People saying, hey, the devil ain't nobody's friend. It only kills, steals, and destroy. Oh, that's who I worship. That's what I believe in. It lets me do what I want with no consequences. Really? That's why you drink and drive? That's not a consequence? Oh. That's why you sex traffic some of y'all? Oh, that's not a side effect? Oh, that's legal. Oh, you do what you want. Oh, you thought that was reality. Oh. Is that a devil trick you, make a fool out of you? No, that's not cool. The universe don't like it, and people with a brain and a heart don't like it. Not that you're stupid and you don't have a brain or a heart, but apparently you don't have any power to make that operate the proper way. You actually think hurting people is a righteous way of living? Oh, you dead. Oh, your heart and mind don't work. The devil untricked you, child. That you think harming other people and taking violent force to make people do what you want, sexually or however, is the proper way to go. Innocent people now. Kids, women, men that you think are vulnerable. Really? So again, here that's why the universe has to step in some cases. Because some people ain't got a brain. They're greedy, excessive, they're controlling, and they want their way, and they don't see nothing wrong with it. They can't even help it because they don't have the Holy Spirit. They don't have a righteous mind. They don't have discipline. And they just think, I can take what I want. I can do what I want. I can say what I want. I can kill, steal, destroy if I like to. I can play with kids. I can eat what I want. I can say what I want. I can buy what I want. As long as I'm doing this, people going to give me money. As long as I'm sex trafficking kids, I'm getting a lot of money. As long as I'm kidnapping kids, I'm getting a lot of money. No discipline. You really think that's cool? So the universe has to come and correct. It has to correct. And again, sometimes people are victims. I was just watching a TV show that showed how I think I said enough. But there was a home where this lady had moved in with her kid. And the kid was saying somebody named Jade was there. And Jade was showing him how she died. And mentioned the man that was there. And they talked to the man that was in prison. And he had the same look the little boy had. Because the voice was in the house. It could have just been a recorder. Somebody playing with these people. Telling them that there was something sinister in the house. And that they needed to kill the cat and the dog. And then they found that the cat neck broke in the garage. Now, the mom may not have known this because she tried to talk to the little boy. He talking. She had a friend that was a cop or an investigator to come over and talk to the little boy. He's opening up, telling him all this stuff. Again, he goes to the jailhouse and talks to the man that supposedly killed the lady and said he had the same blank look like I don't remember hurting her. And it was just bewildering. He was like, that's not the face of this innocent boy or this man being guilty. What is this? He says, I believe both of them. What is this? And he's telling the story. So, anyway, they went and did something and protected the boy, moved the mom and the boy out of the house because the boy was getting ready to get the mother. And he was saying, I'm nervous. I'm really worried about these two. Because if he's saying he's hearing voices telling him to hurt his mom, this is the same thing that this man went through. He said, I was scared for the mother. Well, whatever happened, I think there's something about an exorcism or something with the house. I missed it because I was trying to find the info, playing with the buttons, and yeah. So, anyway, it's the story of Jade Davison. I think the man's name was Adam. I kind of did load it on one of the social medias, but greed. Okay, nobody wakes up and says, "I want to be greedy." As an adult, we are responsible for the children, so that when they grow up, they understand these different ways of managing your spirit. When greed comes up, you are to consult God to show you how to bring it back down. Best way to deal with greed is to share with others. And sometimes people don't recognize it. I don't know why you don't understand. If you're hogging all the resources for yourself and people that you like, that means somebody's going in lack, and that's not good. No one should be in lack if there's a good leader. No one should be crying. When the righteous are in place, the people rejoice. When greedy folks are in place, people mourn. Why don't we understand that? Why are there bad principles? Why are there bad parents? Why are there people not teaching their kids about love? And these kids out here shooting up stuff because they never got a hug. Why are you having kids if you don't have the capacity to love? Why are people raping people where people are having kids when they haven't figured it out yet? See what I'm saying? Me judging, who's to say that these people weren't violated? And these kids are products of that violation. I don't know the situation, but I know that once you figure it out, like, oh, wow, you need to consult God to help you balance yourself before you become greedy and heinous and think it's okay to hurt others because you're hurting. Well, you could just heal, ask God to deliver you and show you a better way. Oh, I tried that, it didn't work. Well, maybe you missed something. Like maybe forgiving the people. Forgiveness does not mean you're accepting something from them. It just says, I understand that they're human and I got a mission here. I got to move on. I have a whole life ahead of me. I can't get stuck right here. I can't allow this to shape my entire opinion about life. That's my opinion right here. I'm going to leave it there. When I need to visit it, I will. This is not going to take over my entire life. But a lot of people see everything from that point of view, unfortunately. And there's nobody to say, I see into your mind. And I see that you're stuck right here. Oh, I could do that, but that's weird. I see that you're stuck right here. And if you just heal that part, God will unleash all the other stuff in your life. That's what people are trying to do to me. When it's them that need it. That's funny. They're trying to pretend they know what I need. And they tell all these people that I need to be humble. I need to be teachable. Of demonic activity? Of what? When it's them that needs to be teachable. When it's them that's out here doing stuff. And this is going to be part of the demonstration. There's a whole bunch of people that was running around like little demons. Doing all kinds of stuff they shouldn't have been doing. God knows they shouldn't have been doing. Don't matter what your title or position of life is. They know they were wrong. And they feel like there's no correction. Do what I want. Well, God has correction. Because you didn't take heed to the earthly correction. People saying, warning, warning, do not answer. Don't do that. You did it anyway. So now God has to take over. And that's going to be some of these greedy people over wherever by themselves. By themselves. And it's going to feel like they're dying when everybody walks away and say, you so foul, I'm not even going to. We ain't even finna go back and forth with you. This is ridiculous. We ain't even going to have it. We gonna be all right. Have it greedy and put your finger in everything. You want to taste it, spit in it, keep it. Well, they want to be around you no more. See? How dare you do this? Right? And they got to sit there and eat it being greedy. They'll have to figure out how to get more after that. Ain't gonna be none. The same people they did all that to are the same ones. Are the ones that was making them be able to eat. Congratulations, greedy. Deadly sins. I talk about them all the time. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's why people can't be authentic. That's why they can't do right. Can't be righteous. Because they don't have that spirit. I told you, some people come from very cold-hearted places. Ain't got nothing to do with race politics. It's a human condition. If you come from a cold war country, and that's all your parents knew was depression, what was the other one? The Great Depression, the whatever. Yeah, they out like vultures and vampires. They need blood. They need stuff. Instead of them understanding the universe's laws, they just gorilla pimping stuff. Oh well. Let them swing from trees by themselves. Let them figure out how to maintain the jungle. I tell you, let them have it. Vacate. There you go. Some cases they're just gonna be locked out of stuff. Oh shit! Hold on, I have a fight. I got this drama USA. Hold on. What's this on my leg? What are they doing? Anyway, mama business. They be getting loud over there. Oh, Lord. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go find something to eat again. No, I'm just kidding. Go find something. You have a blessed day. And this is why people can't be authentic or nice. It's not in them. It's not in them. They don't want God. They want greed. They think it's fun to be greedy and take stuff and treat people poorly and act crazy, unbalanced and wacky tacky. But again, there's going to be a correction and they ain't going to like it. Until next time, check the 7 deadly sins, the 7 heavenly virtues, the works of the flesh, and the fruits of the spirit. Everybody likes fruits. Nobody likes punishment. So I think you can figure out which ones you need to adapt and those that you need to pray and ask God to take off. Because otherwise, we reaping what we sowing very soon. So it behooves you to go check and see if you're straight. And if you ain't, you better ask God about it because we fancy get what we paid for.